It's a question many of us ponder, because at our core, we all crave love, respect, and to be genuinely valued by those around us. But how do we achieve that? How do we earn admiration, not just for surface-level traits or accomplishments, but for who we truly are? Think of every relationship as an adventure, and you, the explorer, embarking on a journey of self-discovery. Within you lies a wealth of hidden treasures, qualities, strengths, and wisdom, just waiting to be uncovered and shared. But to navigate this journey, you need a map, a guide to deeper understanding, meaningful connection, and ultimately, love. Today, I'll walk you through 9 powerful lessons from ancient Stoic philosophy, timeless principles that will transform the way you see yourself and your relationships. These aren't just feel-good phrases or generic advice. They're empowering truths that will reshape your mindset in ways you may never have considered. So, get ready to shine a light on the mysteries of building love and connection, not through fleeting attraction, but through inner strength, self-respect, and authenticity. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Understanding your true worth. How does Stoicism relate to knowing your value in relationships? The Stoics taught a simple yet profound truth. Focus on what is within your control. And guess what? Your self-worth is entirely in your hands. It's not measured by social media likes, external validation, or whether someone shows interest in you. It's about how you see and appreciate yourself. Imagine you're a rare gemstone. Not everyone will recognize its value at first glance. Some might walk past without a second thought. But does that make the gem any less precious? Of course not. Its worth remains unchanged. That's you. Your value doesn't diminish just because someone fails to see it. We've all faced rejection or moments of self-doubt, especially in a world that constantly highlights everyone else's success. But here's the Stoic reality check. Your value is not dependent on anyone's opinion. It's rooted in how you live, your principles, and the actions you take. Are you kind? Are you honest? Do you act in alignment with your values? The Stoics believed in deep self-reflection, so take a moment to think about what makes you you. Not just the obvious traits, but the qualities that run deeper, the ones that truly define you. That's where your strength lies. In relationships, true confidence comes from embracing your worth, whether others acknowledge it or not. And remember, this isn't a one-time realization. It's an ongoing practice, a journey of self-affirmation every single day. Lesson 2. Present yourself with dignity now, before you picture a Stoic as some emotionless, stone-faced philosopher. Let's clear something up. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about knowing where to invest your energy. And one thing that does deserve your energy? The way you present yourself to the world. Think about it. Have you ever bent over backward trying to impress someone, only to realize you've lost a bit of yourself in the process? Maybe you changed your style, your speech, or even your values, all in the hope of earning approval. But here's the truth. Dignity and self-respect aren't about trendy clothes or fitting in. They're about how you carry yourself, the choices you make, and the way you treat others. Picture 2 students giving a presentation. One is flashy, using big words and exaggerated gestures to dazzle the crowd. The other is composed, speaking with quiet confidence. No pretense, just authenticity. Who leaves a lasting impact? It's almost always the one who is comfortable in their own skin. And that's the key. Being genuine is more compelling than any act of trying to impress. Lesson 2. Present yourself with dignity. The Stoics, known for their wisdom on self-mastery and virtue, placed great importance on living with honesty and self-respect. But how does that apply to dating and relationships today? Simple. Be unapologetically yourself. Love books. Own it. Passionate about something? Let it show. True confidence isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about feeling comfortable and secure in who you already are. And here's a powerful truth. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you constantly criticize yourself, you're unintentionally signaling to others that it's okay to do the same. But when you respect yourself, value your time, and honor your emotions, you send a different message. I deserve respect, and I expect to be treated accordingly. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it perfectly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In relationships, it's not just about what you say or how you look. It's about how you carry yourself in different situations. Do you react to challenges with desperation or with dignity? Do you compromise your values just to fit in? Or do you stand firm in who you are, even if it means standing alone? This isn't about striving for perfection. We're all human, and awkward moments are inevitable. What matters is how you handle them. Do you crumble under pressure? Or do you learn, grow, and move forward with grace? Take a moment to reflect. How can you show yourself more dignity? Maybe it's by setting clear boundaries. Maybe it's by refusing to settle for things that don't align with your values. Or maybe it's simply by treating yourself with more kindness and self-respect. Because when you start seeing yourself as someone worthy of respect, others will too. Lesson 3. The art of nonverbal communication. At first, this might sound a bit old-fashioned or strict, but hear me out. This isn't about being distant or unapproachable. It's about self-respect and understanding your worth. Stoicism teaches us how to maintain self-control and inner strength, not in a rigid, joyless way, but in a way that helps us prioritize what truly matters. And in a world of instant gratification and endless scrolling, a Stoic approach to relationships is like a breath of fresh air. Let's be honest, when we're excited about someone, there's a temptation to give everything right away. Our time, our emotions, our personal space. But the Stoics would advise us to take a step back. Why? Because when something is always available, it starts to lose its value. It's just human nature. Think about it. If you're always immediately available, where's the mystery? The anticipation? If you always say yes to everything, where's the sense of self-respect? Setting boundaries the Stoic way means checkmark dressing with confidence and style, not to impress, but to express self-respect. Being mindful of how you spend your time because your energy is valuable. Prioritizing presence, fully engaging when you're with someone, and being okay with not being constantly accessible. This isn't about playing games. It's about acknowledging that your time, attention, and emotions are precious. Not everyone should have instant, unlimited access to them. And emotional self-mastery? That's key. Being Stoic doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means maintaining balance, not letting every little thing rattle you. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your emotions. That's something people should earn, just like they earn your time and attention. At its heart, this is about building relationships that have depth, meaning, and longevity, rather than ones based on fleeting attraction or quick validation. Because when you carry yourself with dignity, set healthy boundaries, and remain composed, you naturally attract the right kind of people into your life. So here's to being selective, confident, and a little more stoic in love and relationships. Striking the right balance. The secret to navigating relationships with confidence? Balancing openness with discernment. It's about knowing when to share and when to hold back, when to give and when to reserve a little mystery. And trust me, this balance shapes how others perceive and treat you. So, here's to valuing ourselves a little more and embracing a touch of Stoic wisdom in today's dating scene. Cheers. Lesson 4. Be ready to walk away. One of the most powerful lessons in Stoicism is learning the art of letting go. not in a cold, indifferent way, but in recognizing what we can and cannot control. And when it comes to relationships, this lesson can be life-changing. We've all been there, staying in a situation we know isn't right for us. Maybe it's fear of loneliness, fear of change, or holding on to the hope that things will get better. But here's where Stoicism steps in. True strength isn't just about enduring, it's about knowing when to walk away. This doesn't mean giving up at the first sign of trouble. Relationships require effort, patience, and understanding. But it does mean knowing your worth so deeply that if something violates your values, you have the courage to let it go. Being prepared to walk away isn't about making dramatic exits. It's about self-respect. It's that quiet realization that this isn't for me and the strength to move forward without looking back. Sure, uncertainty is scary, but think of our Stoic mentors. They taught us that facing the unknown with bravery is what builds character. When you let go of something that isn't right, you create space for what is. And that's the game changer. When you stay in a relationship, it's not because you're afraid to leave, it's because you choose to be there. That's real empowerment. So remember this, letting go isn't about being heartless, it's about having enough heart for yourself. Lesson 5. Setting boundaries. Silently. The Stoics believed in action over words. And when it comes to setting boundaries, this couldn't be more relevant. It's one thing to say you won't tolerate disrespect. But the real test? What happens when someone crosses that line? Your true strength isn't in what you say, it's in what you do. If honesty is a core value for you and someone lies, how you react matters more than what you say. If someone constantly disregards your feelings, do you just complain or do you take action? Boundaries aren't about making bold declarations. They're about how you carry yourself and the quiet but firm ways you enforce them. This doesn't mean creating conflict. It means having enough self-respect to let your actions speak for you. And trust me, when people see that your boundaries are non-negotiable, they'll respect you in a whole new way. Enforcing boundaries with quiet confidence. When you stand by your boundaries, people quickly learn what you will and won't tolerate. It's not about being harsh. It's about nurturing self-respect and staying committed to it. And here's the secret. It's the little moments that truly define your limits. How do you respond when someone constantly cancels plans, when they don't value your time or energy? Do you shrug it off and accept it? Or do you calmly but firmly show that such behavior isn't okay? This is where Stoic mindfulness comes in. It's about being fully present in the moment and making sure your responses align with your values. Everyday interactions, how you handle disrespect, broken promises, or last-minute changes, are the real tests of your boundaries. The goal isn't to be rigid or controlling, but to have an inner compass that guides your actions with quiet confidence. And trust me, when you embody this approach, people take notice. They see that you don't just set boundaries, you actually uphold them. And that's what earns real respect. Lesson 6. Actions speak louder than words. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is simple. Judge people by what they do, not just what they say. We live in a world where words are easy, promises, sweet talk, and picture-perfect visions of the future. But what really matters? Follow through. Have you ever met someone who said all the right things but didn't back them up with action? Maybe they promised to call and didn't, made plans and bailed last minute, sounded deeply interested but rarely showed up. This is where your inner Stoic steps in. Instead of getting swept away by charming words, focus on reality. Are they consistent? Do they show up when it matters? Do their actions reflect their promises? When someone's actions don't match their words, take it as a sign, not from a place of cynicism, but from a place of wisdom. This shift in mindset changes everything. You stop making excuses for people. You stop holding on to empty words. Instead, you set a new standard. I don't just listen. I watch. And here's the best part. When people realize they can't just talk their way into your life, they'll either step up or fade away. Either way, you win. This isn't about being distrustful, it's about being discerning. It's about protecting your energy and making sure your time is invested in people who are genuine, consistent, and worthy of your trust. Because at the end of the day, actions will always reveal the truth. Lesson 7. Cultivating healthy skepticism. Stoicism teaches us to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. And when it comes to love and dating, this mindset can save us from a lot of heartbreak. We've all been there. Someone says all the right words and we want to believe them. Even when there are red flags, we sometimes choose to overlook them. This is where a Stoic approach becomes invaluable. Healthy skepticism isn't about being negative, it's about being wise. It means observing patterns, not just one-time actions. Asking the right questions instead of rushing in blindly. Trusting, but also verifying. Imagine how much stronger and more confident you'll feel when you approach dating with clarity instead of wishful thinking. Because the truth is, when you stop romanticizing potential and start seeing reality, you make choices that honor your worth. And that's the ultimate power move. Lesson 7. A healthy dose of skepticism. You meet someone new and they seem amazing, saying all the right things, even talking about a future together. It feels exciting, but let's hit pause for a second. Your Stoic mindset steps in with a simple yet powerful reminder. Take it slow. Observe. See if their actions align with their words. This isn't about being cynical or interrogating them like a detective. It's about being thoughtful and mindful, allowing time to see if they are consistent and genuine. The Stoics emphasized logic and reason over emotional impulses, and in relationships, this mindset is crucial. When we're swept up in feelings, we tend to overlook red flags. But when we combine emotion with discernment, we see things as they truly are, rather than how we wish they were. And here's the real value of this approach. It protects your heart. By maintaining a bit of skepticism, you give yourself space to truly understand someone before fully investing. It's not about shutting people out. It's about stepping into new experiences with wisdom, patience, and clarity. Lesson 8. The power of saying no with confidence. Stoicism teaches us to stand by our values and have the courage to stay true to ourselves, especially when it comes to setting boundaries in relationships. Imagine this. You're dating someone, and they suggest something that doesn't sit right with you. Maybe it's moving too fast or crossing a personal boundary. The easy option? Just go along with it. But this is where your Stoic mindset steps in. Saying no isn't just about rejecting an idea. It's about honoring your self-respect, beliefs, and limits. And yes, it can be tough, especially when emotions are involved. That little voice might whisper, "What if saying no pushes them away?" But here's the truth. If standing by your values makes someone leave, they were never truly the right person for you. When you're unafraid to say no, it shifts the entire relationship dynamic. It shows that you're not driven by fear or the need for approval. You're someone who respects yourself too much to settle. And that's magnetic. And let's not forget, saying no isn't just about setting boundaries with others. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about recognizing what you truly want in a relationship and refusing to let the fear of loneliness push you into something that doesn't align with your core values. So let's remember, saying no is not just okay. It's essential. It's how we live with integrity, stay true to ourselves, and attract the relationships that truly honor who we are. Lesson 9. Never chase. Always value. This lesson ties perfectly into everything we've discussed so far, especially when viewed through a Stoic lens. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and release what we cannot. And this perspective is incredibly powerful in relationships. Think about it. Chasing someone who is pulling away isn't just exhausting. It's a denial of your own worth. Imagine you're dating someone and everything seems great until they start distancing themselves. That familiar urge kicks in. Reach out, fix it, close the gap. But here's where Stoicism offers a game-changing insight. Why pursue something that's outside your control? The truth is, trying to hold on to someone who isn't choosing you is like grasping at water. It slips right through your fingers, leaving you empty. Instead, a Stoic mindset reminds you to stand firm in your self-worth. If someone is drifting away, let them go. Not out of coldness or indifference, but out of self-respect. You can't control how someone feels about you, but you can control how you respond. And let's be real, this isn't easy. Resisting the urge to chase requires inner strength. But when you stop seeking validation from others and start investing in yourself, something incredible happens. You naturally attract people who genuinely value and respect you. Your energy shifts from seeking approval to owning your confidence. You radiate self-worth, sending the message, I know my value, and I don't need to prove it to anyone. So let's make this lesson personal. Never chase. Align with your value. Stop convincing. Observe who chooses you. Let go of what drifts away. Make space for what truly belongs. That's the Stoic way. That's your way. Conclusion: your worth is your power. As we wrap up this conversation, I want you to hold on to one key truth. Your self-worth is the foundation of everything. Just as the Stoics believed, you decide how you respond to life. Your value isn't something to be proven. It's something to be owned. So whenever you doubt yourself, come back to this moment. Remember the wisdom we've explored together. Life isn't just something to endure. It's an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more empowered every day. And if this resonated with you, why stop here? Check out the playlist on your screen. It's packed with more insights, stories, and strategies to help you navigate life with confidence and clarity. Let's keep growing together. One step, one choice, one day at a time. Until next time, stay wise, stay strong, and keep embracing your inner Stoic. Conclusion: words can be powerful, but actions speak louder, especially when it comes to love. Instead of telling someone your worth, demonstrate it through quiet, consistent actions. Here are 9 ways to show your loved one your true value without saying a word. 1. Honor your commitments. Reliability is attractive. When you say you'll do something, follow through. Whether it's small, showing up on time, or big, keeping long-term promises, consistency builds trust. 2. Maintain your own identity. People respect those who respect themselves. Stay true to your passions, interests, and goals. Don't lose yourself in the relationship. A strong sense of self is not only inspiring, but also deeply attractive. 3. Set and respect boundaries. High-value people don't allow disrespect, and they don't have to argue about it either. If something crosses your limits, respond calmly but firmly through your actions, whether that means stepping back, disengaging, or simply refusing to tolerate negativity. 4. Stay emotionally composed. Stoicism teaches us that calmness is power. Instead of overreacting, handle challenges with grace. Being able to regulate your emotions, especially during disagreements, shows incredible inner strength. 5. Give without keeping score. Love is about giving freely, not trading favors. Show kindness, thoughtfulness, and generosity, not to earn something in return, but because it reflects your character. True value is felt, not negotiated. 6. Walk away when necessary. If you're not being valued, have the courage to step away, not to manipulate, but because you respect yourself too much to beg for love. Silence and distance can speak louder than 1,000 explanations. 7. Show, don't tell. Instead of saying, "I'm different from others," prove it. Let your actions reflect your depth, integrity, and loyalty. Words can be forgotten, but experiences leave lasting impressions. 8. Handle disrespect with grace. If someone disrespects you, you don't need to argue or seek revenge. The most powerful response? Withdraw your attention. When you silently remove yourself from negativity, you send a strong message. I know my worth. 9. Live a life. You're proud of the best way to show your value? Be genuinely fulfilled. Pursue your passions, take care of yourself, and create a life that excites you. A person who is whole on their own is always seen as valuable. Final thought. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. You just need to be it. Love isn't about chasing or proving. It's about showing up as your best self and letting the right person recognize your value. Which of these actions do you resonate with the most? Let's talk about it.